real uncle. Can't we go visit someone instead?
You already know the answer to that question, Saga.
It's not fair.
I know it's not, and I'm sorry, but I need you to behave and be polite to Galath. All right?
All right. That's high up. I don't think I put that there. It must have flown up by itself.
Hey, darling. What is it?
It's a drawing I can't reach.
All right. Lead the way. I'll give you a hand. How in the balance did that get up there?
I don't know. Can you help me get it down?
Of course. Come here, I'll give you a lift. Go on, stretch as far as you can. A little further. Got it?
Got it.
You keep growing, you'll soon be able to reach that height.
What's Mom?
Mama, this is
That's
Who's Crow?
a talk. Well, but she...
I think so.
Okay, thanks.
Yo.
That's all the drawings. I'll tell Papa I'm finished. Done.
Already? Good job, darling. I'll help you with your homework in...
My work.
Your work, right. Your schoolwork. I just have to finish up here. Why don't you take the drawings to your room and put them in the right order? I'll be there soon.
Okay. A pretty girl is talking to a white dragon. This is the beginning of the story. A pretty girl is talking to a white dragon. This is the beginning of the story. Spring girl travels from her big city to another city in another world. where she learned the girl who wants to be an artist and is named after spring lives all by herself in a big city. The girl who wants to be an artist and is named after spring lives all by herself. The man with the wheels shows the girl how to get back. The girl makes a new friend, a talking bird. The bird's name is Crow. The girl who is spring fights an evil witch. The witch is the servant of something much, much older. She calls it the Yaga. The man with the wheels shows the girl how to get back to a big city. He hides his shadow inside him. Spring girl travels from her big city to another city in another world, where she learns. It's the end of the story. The girl leaves the tower between worlds. She doesn't know where to go, but Crow's with her. She'll be fine. In this one, the girl is looking for the 4 stone pieces. The girl meets her real mama. She's made of light and is all white. Someday the girl will become her mom. The girl makes a new friend, a talking bird. The bird's name is Crow. The girl who is spring fights an evil witch. The witch is the servant of something much, much older. She calls it the Yaga. Spring girl travels from her big city to another city in another world, where she learns about magic. I don't think that's right. The man with the wheels shows the girl how to get back to a big city. He hides his shadow inside him. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right.
Oh, I'm cold. And hungry. And bored. And my butt's hurting. And I'm also thirsty. But hey, I'm not complaining. This is fun. I like staring at buildings all night, every night, until my eyes start bleeding. Do you think Naane's been acting weird? I mean, she's always been a bit weird, but after she came back from Myria... Actually, since you arrived. Why is that? Have you noticed anything... weird?
Enu, please pay attention.
Oh, what's there to pay attention to? We've been watching that building for a week now. Nothing is going on in there. I almost wish Liko was here instead of me. But any chance he has to avoid going on a mission with you, he'll take. I can't believe he's still upset you didn't kill that officer. I mean, we've gotten good information from him. Liko's just being a real poophead.
He's upset about losing Old Town.
Yeah, but what could we do? I mean, you tortured the guy, we got the information, and we chose to leave. So, what else is going on with you? Hey, what happened with that woman, Anna? Didn't you and her have a...
Nothing happened. And I shouldn't have told you anything.
You can trust me. I tell no secrets. Except to all my girlfriends, of course, when we get together over wine and... I'm kidding. I have no friends, you know that. Aside from you guys. You guys are my best friends, and that's really sad. I'm depressed now. But she's pretty. Anna, I mean. Beautiful hair, striking freckles, nice scowl. She'd make a fine, companion.
I'm not interested.
Oh. Okay, so, is there anyone at all that you're...
Enu, I'm not interested in women.
You're not interested in... Sure! Oh, I knew that. Of course, that's fine. Perfectly fine. So who do you...
Look, something's happening.
Oh, yes, someone's leaving the house. Call in reinforcements. People leave that house every day, Kian. They arrive in the morning and leave at night. Almost like it's a real business of some sort.
Doesn't look like a real business to me.
You're too suspicious. Must be all that hanging around Azadi.
What are you guys up to?
Bip! What in Shadow's name are you doing here?
Nothing. Oh, right. I have a message. It's from Ulvik. He says, come to the bar immediately. There's been developments. I don't know what developments is, but Ulvik's face was frowny, so it's probably important.
It always is. Good job, Bip. Let's not keep Ulvik waiting.
I'll go first. We won't attract as much attention if we arrive separately.
Stacks of hay to represent the harvest festival, the reaping. Goat eats leaves, goat falls asleep. Interesting. Wait, I remember someone talking about this a while back. The mole, was it? What was that herb the mole spoke of? Evensong. This must be it. It's an opiate. Consume enough and you fall asleep. This pipe has a hinged panel in it, but I'll need a tool to open it. It's surprisingly quiet out. Usually these tables are busy until late at night. Granted, it is chilly and damp. Everyone's probably inside, carousing. They're building bonfires for Reap Moon's Eve next week. The wreaths are part of the Harvest Festival tradition. I believe they burn those on Reap Moon's Eve to celebrate the harvest and to appease the Wicker Witch, the Yaga. Are those yams? No, they're only apples. Oh. In a world with yams, who needs apples? A single bob won't hurt. I'm sure no one's watching. Ah, this brings me back. Although without the nettles, something's definitely lost. Honor Hilaris has posted these bills everywhere. He's serious about his run for office. Under his leadership, the City Watch will fester and rot. This is an historical landmark of some sort. Shepard mentioned the name. It's locked. I could probably force it open, but I have no business in there. Since the raid on Old Town, they've sectioned off more of the city at night. You can pass, but you need to answer questions.
Who's there?
My veil won't work if I approach the guards and speak to them. They'll see me, and they'll have questions.
There's official Azadi business going on here. You'll want to turn around and walk away.
You see that gentleman sitting over there? Don't look, you simpletons. Balance. You lot don't know much about subterfuge, do you? That man's an Azadi mechanic. He drinks here most nights, but I didn't know that part until I overheard him speaking to his friend earlier about the pipes. Seems that with the pipe network up and running, there's a lot of tinkering to be done. Our man over there carries a tool to open maintenance hatches.
If we can get inside a hatch...
We can maybe figure out what they're using the pipes for. That's brilliant, Ulvik.
So we slit his throat and dump him in the bay.
Not in my bar, you won't.
If they find out we've taken his tools, the information could turn out to be useless. No. We need to...
Borrow his tools, open one of those pipes to have a look-see, and put the tools back before he notices. And that was probably what you were going to say when I interrupted you. Sorry.
If you can do it without him noticing, I won't stop you. But if the Azadi ever suspect that I'm collaborating with the Resistance...
That will not happen, Ulvik.
So what do we do, Kian?
The others look to me for leadership now. It's important that I take charge and make the decisions. Ulvik brought this to our attention. It's only fair that I include him in the decision. The others look to me for leadership now. It's important that I take charge and make... Ulvik brought this to our attention. It's only fair that I include him in the decision. What do you think, Ulvik?
Me? Well, I think you three are resourceful in different ways. Instead of bickering about what to do, which is what usually happens, why not split up? There's every chance that one of you will come up with something that doesn't involve murder, the total destruction of my pub, or blowing my cover.
I agree.
We can't take too long. That man won't stay here forever.
He's on his second drink. He usually doesn't leave until he's had at least 3. And I can offer a few on the house to make him stay longer.
It's decided then. We'll meet again here later this evening.
Winner buys around for everyone. No? No? It's not very motivating? Okay.
What exactly are you doing to that goat? Wait, does this have anything to do with why you rejected me? Goats? Honestly?
What do you mean by goats and honestly? I don't understand your words, woman.
Hey, I'm not judging anyone. I'm just surprised is all.
Where have you been this past month?
Away. Far away. Travelling, so, This goat, what's going on here?
It's rebel business.
Clearly. How's that working out for you? Are you one of them now?
I'm atoning for my sins.
Right. But you are enjoying it.
I don't enjoy fighting my own people.
Well, you seem to be good at it. Word is the Resistance is gaining support, that people have hope now that you're there.
I'm doing what I can to help.
I heard you went the extra mile to, extract information from our vile little Azadi officer. I'm glad he suffered. Maybe it would have been better to kill him, but a source inside the tower? Could be useful. And you got the information you needed. Your people fled Old Town in time, even if it meant the Azadi met no resistance. At least that explosive spell tore off a few limbs and heads.
What do you want?
Nothing. Nothing. I saw you. It's been a while. I wanted to say hello. I've missed this. The one-sided conversations, the sullenness and suspicion. I've come to enjoy it quite a bit. Anyway, goats?
We have a lead on the pipes.
Oh, that explains everything. I'll leave you to it then. I'm going to the Rooster later tonight. I need to speak with Ulvik. Maybe I'll see you there.
Maybe.
This is what I love about you, Kian. You're such a people person.
This is Evensong. It works on goats.
Well, then it should work on the Azadi too, eh? One more ale on the house, Star.
Ah, what a lovely head. This one smells different. Malty, sweet. It's almost like the sugar ale from Southern as a Day. Now, this is a brew, Vic. It tastes like home, this does. It brings tears to my eyes. It is simply
He's dead to the world, knocked out by Evensong. Hey. Hey!
Don't take too long out there. If he wakes up without his tools, there'll be questions and I won't have any good answers.
It won't budge. It needs a special tool to open. It's a map of the pipe network, with maintenance hatches marked in red. There's air flowing from right to left, like a tempest in a tube. The gale's blowing from right to left. Looks empty. There's a strong current of air flowing through it. Using this, I should be able to find one of the panels. It's a map of the pipe network, with maintenance hatches marked in red. There's a powerful wind blowing from right to left, and it carries something with it. Too quick to see, too fast to grab. The wreaths are part of the Harvest Festival tradition. They're keeping Ireed Avenue closed at night, and the Tower Square remains inaccessible until next week's ceremony. They've put up ornaments all over town for the Festival of Reaping. Harvest season is important in the Northlands. I envy those who can shut their doors at night and find peace inside. But that's why we fight, so that they can shut their doors and forget. I'll lose my fingers if I try and grab it. It's solid, and it's swift. That didn't accomplish anything. Whatever's in there just bounces off the pipe. This is what's called an arm, in the parlance of the metal artisans. Looks empty. There's a strong current of air flowing through it. Looks empty. There's a strong current of air flowing through it. Looks empty. There's a strong current of air flowing through it. A pumpkin, an odd vegetable, native to the Northlands. We have nothing like it in Azadir. A metal ball? That's what's flying through these pipes? Where did the orb come from? I should investigate where this pipe leads, hopefully to some answers. There's no space for 2 pipe segments. I'll have to pull it out first. I need to find a way into that building tonight. Honor Hilaris has posted these bills everywhere. He's serious about his run for office. Under his leadership, the City Watch will fester and rot.
Were you here when we had that horrible mess the other day?
I don't think so.
Well, one of them, what are they called? Them ground crawlers.
Rats?
That's it, rats. One of them rats got into the pipes. Whoop! Got sucked right into the engine.
Whoa. That doesn't sound good.
Light, what a bloody mess. Literally. Guts, bones, hair, blood everywhere had to shut things down. And it was us who had to clean it. Engineers wouldn't touch it, said their hands are too valuable. I guess ours aren't.
It's a soldier's lot, isn't it? We do the grunt work. That's how it goes.
Well, I guess they think cleaning out rat guts is more important than us keeping watch and protecting them engineers in there.
Guess so.
Anu told me some believe the wreaths protect homes from Yaga, the Wicker Witch. You put a single bob won't hurt. I'm sure no one's watching. Stacks of hay to represent the harvest festival, the reaping. These orbs rattle through the pipes like bullets through barrels. They can't be wild goats, not in the middle of Mercuria. But who owns them? The city? Maybe this is how they keep the grass in the green trimmed.
Kin! So we meet again, Azadi. Prepare your blade for battle!
Goddess. It's late, boy. You should be in bed.
So should you. What you doing now? Chasing rats?
The boy appears genuinely interested. I've been told this is rare in children. Perhaps I shouldn't discourage him. I'm too busy to be talking to the boy. The boy appears genuinely interested. I've been told this is rare in children. Perhaps I shouldn't discourage him. Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Are you that hungry? Rats taste like sewage. Trust me, you're better off eating table scraps.
I'm not eating the rat. I need it for... It's work-related. It is.
Okay, well, don't let me keep you from your rats.
Are you just going to sit there?
It's not every night I get a chance to watch you catch a rat.
Fair point. It's a leftover cheese and meats plate. I've dined here. The food's good. I would never have left any bits uneaten. Ah, yams. A few weeks ago I'd never tasted yams. Now I can't get enough. I'm a budding yam aficionado. There's food left on the table. They're too quick.
You're not very good at catching rats, are you?
They won't come close as long as I'm standing here.
Oh, so close! Well, not really.
How can you not want yams? You vermin are truly beyond all hope of redemption.
This is more fun than throwing pebbles at Azadi guards. I thought being a rebel was supposed to be more exciting than this. I mean, rats? Really?
It's surprisingly quiet out. Usually these tables are busy until late at night. Granted, it is chilly and damp. Everyone's probably inside, carousing. They won't come close as long as I'm standing here.
You're not very good at catching rats, are you?
Ground crawlers. Filthy rodents. The ghetto's been burned to the ground. Whatever's left in there, it's ruins. I won't say no to a tasty bit of yam. Traditional Reap Moon snacks. I won't say no to a tasty bit of yam. Delicious. Delicious. Alvik doesn't have the most sophisticated or upscale clientele, and I'm sure he's happy about that.
Shh. Oh no, Hilaris is right. We're better
Take a
off
look
without
around
them.
you. Is this the best place to lament the loss of magicals?
Well, we have lost something.
Alvik told me once of the legend of the onyx cockerel, high king of all cocks.
Honesty is the quickest way to the noose.
Do I smell magicals?
Those tubes will make our lives better.
Really? How's that?
Well, they're there for the betterment of humankind, aren't they?
What does that even mean?
Well, life's a series of tubes.
I'll drink to that.
There's food left on the table.
When are you going to do any fighting? I haven't seen any fighting for weeks.
They won't come close as long as I'm standing here. These delicious things must hail from the western slopes of the First Mountain. Who knew a thing that grows in the earth could taste so heavenly? I recognize this cheese. It's made from pungent Elgwyn milk, fermented in wooden vats in the salt caves by the sea. After the milk is fermented for a few months, the shadow itself would hesitate to eat. I recognize this cheese. It's made from pungent Elgwyn milk, fermented in wooden vats in the salt caves by the sea.
You're not very good at catching rats, are you?
surprisingly quiet out. Usually these tables are busy until late at night. Granted, it is chilly and damp. Everyone's probably inside, carousing. They've put up ornaments all over town for the Festival of Reaping. Harvest season is important in the Northlands.
There's official Azadi business.
It'd be easier to walk around unnoticed if there were more people about. But I do get to operate in peace. It's surprisingly quiet out. Usually these tables are busy until late at night. Granted, it is chilly and damp. Every goat eats leaves. Goat falls asleep. Interesting. Wait, I remember someone talking about this a while back. The mole, was it? That's going to attract rats. And owls. Bloodthirsty owl. There's food left on the table.
Who's there?
They won't come close as long as I'm standing here.
Oh, so close! Well, not really. This is more fun than throwing pebbles at Azadi guards. You're not very good at catching rats, are you? You got it! I really didn't think you would. I'm impressed. Well, that was fun. What's next?
Next, you go home and stop distracting me, or I'll tell the other street urchins you have fleas.
I have no home. You know that. I sleep in the cellar of the Rooster and Kitten.
Good. It's the safest place around. So go back to your cellar and keep your head down. If I see you again tonight...
Please, got it. I'm sleepy anyways. That's why I'm going back. Not because you're telling me to.
And don't throw pebbles at Azadi soldiers.
What was that sound? It was a squishy sound, sort of like...
You've got to be kidding me. Not again. Shut a damn ground crawlers.
I guess it's on us to clean up the mess.
That bloody engineer in there's not going to do it. So yeah, it's on us.
Right. Well, let's get to it. No time like the present.
He's out like an Iradian soldier on Rose Eve. You can grab his toolbox now, but be subtle about it. The room has eyes.
More of those odd metal orbs. They're doing something to them here, altering them.
You're not supposed to be here. This place is for engineers only. Please leave or I'll be forced to call the guards. I have a very loud voice when I'm scared.
One sound, and you'll be standing on the slopes of the first mountain, yelling at clouds.
Goddess. No problem. I'll be quiet as a... You're from Azadir. I've seen your profile in embroideries. I never forget a nose. You're the Apostle. Apostle Elvane. You're famous.
Maybe once. Now I'm just Kian. Your turn.
My turn what?
Your name. Who are you?
Firdaus. I'm Firdaus, lead engineer.
I don't know what that means. What do you do?
Don't you know? I thought you would have known. You know, from back when you were... I'm in charge of the team that encodes the spheres that make the engine tick.
What engine?
The engine that... you know, the engine. There's only one engine. The one that encompasses the entire city. It's what all the pipes are connected to. Didn't they tell you anything when you were... you know, before you were a traitor?
Assume that I know nothing. What is this engine for?
The engine calculates. That's why they call it the calculating engine. Big numbers, complex equations. My team, we give the engine instructions about how and what to calculate. This is called coding.
I understood none of that.
You can't be here. You're a fugitive, and this is a restricted zone. That's like 2 things that mean you shouldn't be here, and I could probably think of more if you need me to.
I have a sword, and I'm bigger than you.
Those are 2 things that count in your favor, granted.
So what does this calculating engine do? What's its purpose?
I'm really not supposed to. Right. Bigger and sword. As I said, it calculates. I mean, it does more than that, but that's what it was built to do. Its core functionality. It adds, subtracts, multiplies numbers. Big numbers. And it does things with those numbers. Like, have you ever watched the stars in the sky at night?
I'm not just a man with a sword.
Of course. And you've seen how those stars move across the sky. Using a calculating engine, we can actually track those stars and predict where they're going to be in a year from now, or a century, or where they were a century ago.
Why are you tracking stars?
Well, we're not. I mean, it's just an example. We're not actually tracking stars. I mean, sure, we could if we wanted to, but we're tracking dreams.
Dreams?
Dreams are very complex, which is why we need a big engine with lots of ticking parts to make complex calculations and predictions.
Right, so the part about not just being a man with a sword, assume that's all I am and start over.
Yes, fine. Those pipes crisscrossing the city, they're sort of like speaking tubes, connecting 100 sage masters, each with his or her own field of specialty.
So, it's like a university?
Well, I guess. Yes. Yes, this is a good comparison. A whole city filled with clever brains. The spheres pass messages between the different masters, and between them and us. We write messages, and we interpret messages. We tell the individual brains what to think about, and then they do the thinking, and report back to us. This allows us to write ever more complex messages, until finally we have the code we need, the ultimate message. That one we send to the tower.
Why?
Because that's where the biggest brain of them all is located. This is the hub of the pipe network, the engine's core, its heart, the nucleus of the meta... Well, you understand. The fact is, this is the most advanced and scientific task anyone's ever taken on, and we're doing it. You should be proud.
Why are you doing it?
Well, I don't quite know. Because we can? Because no one else can? Because the Prophet told us to, and gave us the tools to do it.
So, you don't know what it's for?
I write the instructions. I'm the man in the middle. Someone tells me what they need, and I tell the engine how to compute the answer. This is my job.
Who knows what the engine is for?
The Six, probably. The Prophet, certainly. Emissary Saya, I would imagine. This is above my pay grade.
Above your...
I was hired to write instructions for the engine and compute the spheres. Not magic! Of course not magic. This engine is the opposite of magic. It's the column strived for these last 100 years. An end to magic. When the engine's fully operative and the programming complete, we won't need sorcerers or witchcraft anymore. We'll be able to do anything we want. With science. Reshape reality. Rewrite the laws of the death and disease, poverty, and warfare. The world will be run by scientists for the betterment of humanity.
What do